Renamed in late 2020, there's a look at Lumen Field here in Seattle, Washington. Today, after a topsy-turvy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here, as it'll be the LA Chargers taking on the Seattle Seahawks. The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in week 2. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt.
At their own 21-yard line.
And now the Chargers are going to look up here and signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll run. It's Kenneth Walker. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29. Shy of the 30. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. Faking the give, Darnold. Now he's going to step up and run. He'll let this go deep for Smith and Jigba. And that'll be incomplete as it's knocked away. But a penalty flag is down. So who's this going to be on? Looked like some hands both ways. They got it on the offense.
And sometimes there's a fine line between being the receiver and the DB. And he knocked that one away. Might have caused an incompletion that could have been an interception.
Under pressure now, Darnold, and he goes down. It's Khalil Mack that time, shooting in there to get him to the ground.
All right, partner, I'm going to be Captain Obvious right here. Not the start you're looking for offensively, right? Incomplete pass, followed by a sack.
And when he went down, it looked like that right ankle got turned, but thankfully he popped up okay, and they breathed a sigh of relief on that sideline. I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. Play clock down to 3, and we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. 3rd and 20. Darnold. Khalil Mack drops him again for the 2nd straight play, and it brings up 4th down.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. Davis now to return it. Nearly a huge return, as it is. Still a very good one. 24 yards. And the Chargers will be set up pretty well as they take over in great field position. And they'll run on first down with Hubbard. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. When you talk about this Seahawk defense, they sit at number 20 in the NFL right now against the run.
Well, there wasn't anything wrong with them on that play, was there? Able to make a nice stop, held them to no gain. The key to their defense, though, is exactly what the defensive coordinator told you and I. They've got to be consistent.
Hey, Ram. Hey, Ray.
A shotgun snap for Herbert. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
One thing you always worry about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure was starting to close in, and he's just got to throw this one away.
And they'll send the tight end in motion.
5-9. 21. Let's go.
Now it's Herbert. That's complete. It's Ladd McConkey. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 15 yards there for number 15. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Here's Herbert. Now he'll tuck this and run. This one finds McConkey. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Another first down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here.
First and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Set. 380. Set.
Play action this time for Justin Herbert. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Justin Herbert, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. And for the extra point, Cameron Dicker. And the Chargers grab the 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Chargers 7, Seahawks nothing. Cameron Dicker to kick off for the Chargers.
Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. Now Darnold. He'll find Shaheed out to the right. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Well, for teams that like to play man coverage, running corner routes can be tough on them because of the ability of getting into it. Sometimes you're squaring it off. Sometimes you're just rounding it. Sometimes there's a fake. Sometimes there's not. It makes it very, very difficult for a DB to stay with it.
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Now a timeout called for by the offense. And my goodness, they're now out of timeouts here in this first quarter. They'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
Here's Darnold. And that is incomplete. The coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around. Quickly and forcing incompletions.
Second and 10. To throw is Darnold. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Jackson Smith-Njigba, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Seahawks are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Jason Myers now for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. Now that should give him a spark. He's across the 40 to the 43.
But that return gives him a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
The Charger drive about to get going. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. Their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And to the right side here, it's Allen. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Herbert with a connection to Allen for a Charger first down.
It's a gain of 10. And the Chargers first down.
Out of the gun, here's the give to Hubbard. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
Brings up second and 12 at the 40-yard line.
These two teams all tied after one. Charger football to start quarter number 2 as they've got it second down and 12. Here's Herbert. He's going to look for Allen now on the deep ball. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen with career touchdown number 70. And the Chargers have taken the lead.
For the extra point.
Extra point up and good by Dicker. And that makes the score 14-7.
14. Seahawks 7. Cameron Dicker to kick off for the Chargers.
So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Seahawks take over first and 10. At their own 22.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up first and 10. That is incomplete.
It'd be interesting to see what he decides to do the next time he's in the position we just saw there. Outside of the pocket, takes a throw downfield, it turns up incomplete. I wonder if next time he might take off and run.
Darnold now to throw. Setting up the screen here. This is Walker. And he'll be upended here after after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Here comes 3rd down and 7. Back to throw, Darnold. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, they'll use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
Now, this offense hoping to avoid the 0-2 start. Now, they trail, but they've got a 1st and 10 here. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. The Seahawks had 0-1 on the year following the loss in the opener. And listen, they knew last week they were in for a tough fight on the road. But now here's the home opener and a chance to get things right.
And I like the way that you presented that, because the bottom line is they didn't come out of that loss discouraged. They just came home and said, hey, if we do what we're supposed to do, protect our home turf, we'll be just fine. Looked like both sides were anticipating a quick throw there, and the defense was ready to jump in and deny it, and they did.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now it's Darnold. And that is incomplete. But a pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
Now they snap it. They're going for it. Here's Darnold. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Chargers will get the football back in excellent field position.
Orange. Ready?
Straight ahead with Hubbard. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down L.A. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
2 minutes gone by, 2nd quarter.
5-9. Goes wide eight. Baylor Tiger. Crowd right.
First down, they'll stay on the ground with Hubbard. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Chuba Hubbard with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chargers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. So remember now, this was all set up by the stop defensively on 4th down. That's what got them this great field position. And then 2 plays later, they're already in the end zone.
Yeah, partner, funny how it works like that, huh? That's a momentum swing amusement park style. Your defense comes off the field, bouncing, grooving, they're fired up, and it carries over to the other side of the ball.
Now after the Dicker field goal, he's back out ready to send it away. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
At their own 21-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Here's Darnold.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
Trying the left side with Walker.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. He can muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a third and very short.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
They'll try for the first with Walker. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Not at all what they envisioned on third down. 3 yards in the wrong direction. The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They're going to go. It's Darnold. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
43-yard line.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Throw left side, complete to Cup. So he stopped for no gain. And it's second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Now is 2nd and 10. Now to the ground. Here's Walker.
And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line.
After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. From the gun on 3rd down, here's Darnold. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. Normally, I'd say this will lead to a punt attempt, but this offense already shown in the first half that they'll go for it on 4th down.
Well, they should have already said, punt it, punt it. Head coach have already made that decision.
Darnold's going to stay out there. They're going to go for it on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it here. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And it'll be a turnover on downs.
Go.
Now a first carry for their fullback. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense. A little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Chargers will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Seahawks 7. Cameron Dicker to kick off for the Chargers.
So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team.
At their own 15-yard line.
And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the 3rd quarter. Oh, a good return up past the 30.
That's a tremendous start to the 3rd quarter. These guys had their foot on the gas the entire first half. They continue to keep the accelerator down.
The Charger drive about to get going. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
This to the sideline and over everybody, incomplete. No flags forthcoming, though. Maybe a break there. That looked like a clear throwaway to me. Here's 2nd and 10.
Set. 380. You're out. Black 80. Black. Set.
And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
And it's 3rd down.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down.
Kappa. Hey, Kappa. Baylor Tiger. Set.
After the run, now Herbert to throw. Now he's going to step up and run. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. Pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one.
After the interception, here's Darnold. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going. Trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the 3rd quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
Darnold. Going up top for Kupp. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Well, when the running game's not working, sometimes you just got to take a few more chances down the field. That's a good effort, but it winds up incomplete.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
Go, 80. Red 80. Red 80. Go, 80. Right side.
He'll drop to throw. Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
I thought that was a completed pass until he came in and forced the ball from his hands. Not only did he make a nice play, he brings up 4th down.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. A defensive breakdown allows a pickup of 16 on 4th down.
1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Out of the gun, Walker with it. And a good gain here of 9 from the 19 down to the 10.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. And going right back to Walker. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Ken Walker, a 9-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks get a bit closer. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. Then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And it'll end there as he goes out of bounds, but a heck of a return all the way inside the opposite 40.
But whatever the relationship was between the special teams and the offense, it's gotten a heck of a lot closer after a return like that. The special teams just keep setting them up. The offense thinks they'll go out there and knock them down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he'll just get rid of it.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
We sit in quarter number 3 out in Seattle. A 2nd and 10 now.
Black 80, black.
Here's Herbert. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Back to throw here, Herbert. Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Well, partner, given where that drive started, that's an excellent job defensively to force them into 4th down.
A 56-yard attempt.
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one, as it's good from 56 yards out. So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Running right, here's Walker. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a 1st down.
A gain of 10 yards. And the Seahawks, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Walker now on 1st and 10. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. 17 yards on the play as they try to eat into this 17-point deficit.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Back to Walker on 1st down. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. Now a timeout called for by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this 3rd quarter. From the 22, Darnold. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Dayon Henley able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Finding Walker complete. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. They wind up getting 16, but even that's not quite enough. It's 4th down. Sean McDermott didn't hesitate. They'll go for it on 4th. And here we go on 4th. Darnold. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Seahawks go for it but can't convert. And that will force a turnover on downs. The Charger drive about to get going. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Pass incomplete.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just 1 more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
Now it's Herbert. Now a deep one for Johnston. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Quentin Johnston, 83 yards. And the Chargers will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
Extra point up and good by Dicker. And the lead is now 24. Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't even want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Toss left side for Walker. A beautiful fake. And a good physical run that time. He's going to wind up gaining 5 on that one.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I'd keep going back to him.
They'll toss this out right to Walker. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. And the Seahawks on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. To throw is Darnold. Now he'll tuck this and run. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws. We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Here's Darnold. Now he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air and defensively. They were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
To the air again, Darnold. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Dafe Owe showing off the pass rush skills.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailing by multiple touchdowns, and a late sack, just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Seahawks go for it but can't convert. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. The Charger drive about to get going. Been a very strong performance for them, really. Taking it right down Broadway. Touchdown, LA. Chuba Hubbard with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Chargers are on their way to a 2-0 start. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
14. Dicker to kick off for the Chargers.
So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And he'll be out right at the 35.
First and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Looking to put a drive together. Now the Seahawks forced to use their third and final timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this fourth quarter. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
That's good.
17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
We're going to start.
Darnold now to throw. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Trying to lay one up deep. And that will be incomplete.